Welcome to the Walk in the Footsteps of Banting event at the Banting Homestead Heritage Park in Alliston, Ontario. Fred Banting was born right on this property on November 14, 1891. His birthday is now recognized around the world as World Diabetes Day. Today's event, like hundreds of others in this special year in Canada and across the world, honors and salutes a dramatic Canadian medical achievement, the discovery of insulin. In 1921, at the University of Toronto, a remarkably short period of research produced a result that has since saved hundreds of millions of lives globally and continues to do so. We thank you for joining with us at this historic site to help us salute Canada's gift to the world. Other presentations today will help you appreciate the lasting legacy of the insulin discovery, provide some insight into how Banting's early life on this property influenced his career, and how this historic property was rescued and restored. We invite you to also enjoy a tour of the many exhibits in the reception and farmhouse buildings, as well as on the Legacy Trail. The discovery team of Banting, Best, Collop, and McLeod were a very youthful group. Best at 22 was the youngest, and McLeod at 45 was the oldest. They were working with rudimentary equipment in a time long before the advent of computers and many other research tools readily available today. Despite that, and in less than 7 months, they produced a lasting contribution that set the stage for saving the lives of millions of people living with type 1 diabetes. Banting and McLeod received the 1923 Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology. Banting, then 32, was the youngest ever recipient of the prize and remains so to this day. Moving a discovery to practical use can be a long journey. Such was the case for insulin. The rapid rise in the demand for the life-saving insulin created immediate pressure for improvement of purity, greater production availability, and reduction in cost. It took too long to extract insulin from dogs. Banting suggested the use of calf pancreases. This was a relatively abundant source within easy reach from the slaughterhouses. Banting and Best and Collop sold their Canadian patent to the University of Toronto for $1 each in the hope of making insulin affordable for all. Connaught Antitoxin Laboratories at the University of Toronto and Eli Lilly and Company of Indianapolis collaborated to standardize and expand production. In a few short months during the summer and fall of 1922, the Connaught team, including Best and researcher David A. Scott, were able to increase capacity. They were also able to improve methods, resulting in 250,000 units per week and the price of insulin falling from 5 cents to 2 cents per unit. Connaught Labs were the first mass producers of insulin, and despite early capacity problems, they went on to supply all of Canada's insulin for the next 60 years. Today, thanks to an ever-widening involvement of the scientists in many countries, there are several types of insulin with varying times to take effect and to keep working. The impact and legacy of the insulin discovery continues to this day.